Hello everyone, my name is Rituro, and this is my life in Silver League. My opponent today, a level 12 Silver Leaguer named Marcusio, playing as Protoss on Cloud Kingdom. That name, Marcusio. Very nice indeed. So this happened very recently actually in Silver League, so my memory of it is actually fairly recent, so I won't be as confused as much about what happens this time, and I think you're going to enjoy it. So, as you can see, Marcusio is the red Protoss on the top right-hand side of the screen. I am in the bottom left, and as you can see, we got an early probe scout here. As Marcusio and I get to know one another here. I'm Canadian. Hey, Marcusio's Canadian as well. A PEIer. More people whose flag has a maple leaf on it. Unfortunately, as I say that comment, I was not paying attention as I banter politely and, be, as most Canadians are, quite polite with one another. I missed this! A probe walking right past me. I don't know how I wasn't paying attention to this, but Marcusio sends his probe right into my back door and waits patiently for the 100 mils necessary to start a cannon rush. There's the first one at home. So you know what's coming up next. If you're going to cannon rush, you need a forge to do it. Marcusio says he's a Leafs fan. That's unfortunate. That's not gonna fly. I might be a little bit off of my hockey game these days, but I still know to hate the Toronto Maple Leafs with every fiber of my being. And there is the forge. The cannon rush is underway. However, I've got my barracks in place here, so this cannon rush, this probe, if it's not careful, I would have a Marine on the field, hopefully, in time. Now, it's going to be ready for another 35 seconds here, but the forge will be done in 20. So the forge will be done. But forge plus pylon plus cannon, it might be just enough time here. As you know, as I say, I'm just kidding, la la la. But oh, hey, hello. What do we have over here? This is going to be a good scout by me. I see the no gas, I see the all minerals, I see the all-important forge. Oh, you know what that means. It's cannon rush time, at which point I'm all, okay, it's time to go home. Cannon rush. Oh my. And there it is. The pylon is down. The barracks is done. I need a Marine on the field. The orbital's underway. Need that Marine on the field. Oh, come on. Get the Marine. Get the Marine. What am I waiting for here? I'm waiting for something. I'm clearly paying too much attention to what's going on here at the main base. Second barracks is on the way. Finally, that first Marine is on the field. But it's not going to be before Marcusio can start his cannon and begin the cannon rush. 2 cannons now on the way, and suddenly I realize I have been very, very slow in getting this Marine on the field. In fact, he isn't even going to go and attack now. But now that I see, now I believe this is the point where I start to see, as I try and harass the probes back at the base, I suddenly realize, oh right, a pylon. This is bad news all around. The cannon rush is well and truly underway. Pylon is done. 2 cannons are done. 4 pylon is done. And that is what we call not good, ladies and gentlemen. Next cannon going down the main base will be under attack at this point. The Marines realizing, oh, we've acted far too slow. Reaction time is pathetically slow at this point. Marines actually waiting for help here. But they will get a good angle on this as they try to look for the probe. And they will get a couple shots here, but not before the double cannon kills off the Marine. And his friend is gone as well. And now the cannon rush is well and truly underway, as if it wasn't already enough before. The supply depot is in range. Soon the command center will be in range. And another pylon goes down. Marcusio thinks he's got this all wrapped up. Back at the main base, just the one gateway, just the one zealot. No other defenses. He finally has 1 SCV in gas. Oh, a little bit of banter there. Typical Leafs fan, cannon rushing. Not that I'm bitter, but thankfully, I've done one thing right. I've got my second command center on the way. And while, yes, these SCVs are dying, and yes, typical hater not defending. Oh, the burn. I need aloe for that burn, and more importantly, I need to do something quickly or I'm going to lose this command center. I have Marines rallying on the low ground, which is not a bad idea. And while I won't be able to save the, I will actually save that SCV, lifting off the command center far too late here, though it does burn more minerals out of Marcusio as he builds another cannon there. Now, with that pylon being brought down, you would think the correct thing to do at this point would be to attack that probe before anything more can happen. But the Marines are like, yeah, no, we're out of here. We're not going back up there. Forget that. However, even though there are photon cannons aplenty, my CVs are like, well, that's nice. We're out of here. Goodbye. Hey, look, it's our old base. Everybody to work. And with that, I've also got my second base done. So not only have I expanded on the back of this cannon rush, I've actually managed to keep all my stuff intact here. Looking at the units lost, I've only lost 7 units for 425 resources. Perhaps not the best use of currency here. And will we get this? No, we will not get this probe down. The cannons will complete here. And the barracks will decide en masse, yeah, we're out of here. Goodbye. The Marine, unfortunately, will not live to tell the tale. Supply depots, that one for sure will not live, though I believe the far one did end up surviving. However, in response to this unchecked, unwarranted, unwanted, and altogether stupid aggression, I've decided to get add-ons onto my barracks with my... oh, look at all those minerals. Tons of minerals to mass-produce Marines with. And in response to that, Marquis decides he's going to expand into my main base. Meanwhile, that's fine by me, because I will be teching up, and he will not. Back at the main base here, just the 3 zealots. There is a cybernetics core done. Warping technology has not been started. Only the one assimilator, though it is full of probes now. No tech going on at the forge. Stalker now on the way, though. And finally, at the 8.5-minute mark, Warp Gate technology is on the way, and the mothership core actually done now. So there you go. Little bit of defense, and if he wants a forward pressure there from Marcutia, who has a supply leader, I'm actually supply blocked as I spam out SCVs and Marines. And now the SCVs are finally getting to work building those supply depots. And back up top here, we have an expansion. It's an orbital. It's up and running. And very, very soon, we will have gas income as well to get Marauders on the field and to continue those add-ons. I guess I'll be fine here. Mules being dropped at the, well, it should be a 4th base, actually. Is technically my 2nd, as the main is now at my natural. Just follow along. It'll make sense in a bit. Mass-producing Marines as fast as I can break the supply block here. And finally... oh dear, that Marine. That was not a good move there, Mr. Marine, though he does manage to get up to the top of the ramp safely as a gateway now being built here by Marcusius. He establishes a very solid foothold here in my former base. Meanwhile, getting my SCVs to work on getting further defenses here. If I'm thinking, okay, I'm dealing with Cannon Rush here. What usually follows Cannon Rush? Warp in, maybe Dark Templar, Void Rays. Who can say? The point is, I need turrets and I need that defense now. And sure enough, 3 turrets going up. As and it turns out to be a good call too, as there's the Mothership Core escorting the 3 zealots and a sentry all the way across the map here. Now, unfortunately, Marcuccio has no idea what's going on down here, and he's about to find out. Oh dear, that's an army. Why, yes it is, Marcuccio. Guess what else you're about to find? There's a lot more of us. Walking in, going for that tech lab. Not a good idea, because here come the Marines. Baiting the zealots back. There's the missile turret going after the Mothership Core. It's going to fall. And oh dear, Marcuccio, you have suddenly realized the error of your ways, and down goes the attacking force. Stimpact research finally on the way as the supply block is lifted and more Marines are pumping out. 4 Marines plus a Marauder at a time here. At the base, though, Marcuccio does have zealots coming out from his forward gateways. Not sure why he wouldn't just build them at home and proxy them in, but hey, I'm not the Protoss Cannon Rushing Leafs fan here. Marcuccio is, so we'll let the pro, question mark, do his work here. Meanwhile, supply depot is being built as fast as I can break the supply block here. Also have double factory on the way to get up the tech tree and get some beefier units on the field. Back down here at the natural / main. Actually, really good mining here. Almost optimally saturated on minerals. We have gas fully saturated, and now the worker transfer to make sure that we can continue to pump out SCVs as fast as we can. At least I'm also thinking, hey, you just attacked your army. Well, why don't we just get into a bit of a base race then? Down will go this 3rd base from Marcuccio. That investment of minerals is gone. Down go the probes as well. Goodbye. Thank you very much. And with that taken care of, meanwhile, back at home, we have photon cannons on the way. To which my army says, I care not for your cannons, I care not for your stalkers, I care not for any of it. I see an Artosis pylon and I find it wanting. Down go the power sources for those cannons, and soon, down will go all the probes. So the probes are like, oh dear, hang on a minute, something's gone horribly wrong here. The entire mining line here will be wiped up. However, while that is happening, Mercutio sends his counterattack. 6 zealots into my mineral line. It's going to be a purge of the working class. I'm sure there's a good Leninist novel, and I say good jokingly, regarding that topic, but regardless, the SCVs evacuate a little too late. Thankfully, reinforcements are here in the form of Marine Marauder. The Marauder taking the beef of it up top. Those Marines, however, will be carved to pieces by the Zealots. The army gathering in the corner, I guess it's a misclick. Thankfully, the Zealot will walk right into it, and he will die regardless. Thank you very much. That's taken care of, and now, realizing that I can't get around and kill those probes, let's do the next best thing and just kill off the Nexus. Boom! Down goes Mercutio's main base. Bit of miss micro there, as now the Marines are in range of these repowered up photons, and the army loops back around. Going after this, there goes that probe, goodbye. There goes that pylon, goodbye. So this base will slowly and agonizingly be poked down, but perhaps not as much as one would like. There's the warping from that gate. Down will go that pylon. Mercutio does have plenty of pylons at his main base. There's the scan. Finally, at my main base, I see what has been happening. 1 gateway with warp gate, 2 without, and now just warping it in. 3, 4. So the 4 gate at my main base will now be done as the simulators are finally brought back online here as Mercutio is now suddenly not so hot with regards to all those resources. The cannon rush has been defended. The base has been relocated. The troops have been pumped out. And suddenly, I have tanks on the way. Thank you very much. 70 supply, fully capped out. Take a quick look at how that breaks down here. 41 to 14, the army supply. 29 to 17, worker supply. I've managed to fend off this cannon rush by Mercutio, the Leafs fan. Typical Leafs fan. Starts great, finishes absolutely horribly. Oh, hockey banter never gets old. Anyway, I will say this, Mercutio has managed to scare me out of my main base. It has not started mining as much as it really could, but that's why I have backup bases. This base is fully operational. Could use a few more workers on gas, but that's all fine and good. What matters is I'm spending my resources. We have tanks, we have Marauders, we have Marines, we have tech upgrades on the way. And now with Guardian Shield active, down comes Mercutio for his counter into the not so much mining base, maybe just as well that I didn't reset the mining. There's the stim! And, oh, you poor army. The Zealots will tank down the Marauders, but these tanks themselves, actual physical tanks, are there. They will siege up 1 on the low ground to fire with sight, 2nd one on the mid ground to cut off any retreat, and now the sieging begins in earnest. Artosis, pylons everywhere. Down goes that side of the defense. Down goes that production. Those Zealots have no hope. They go for the tank, but it's not going to be enough. And suddenly, with only this solitary Mothership core, Mercutio is in deep, deep trouble. All this stuff powered down. He will go actually after the siege tank. Not a bad idea. The siege tanks can't do anything about it. But the problem is, going after the tank means you leave the rest of the army completely unchecked. And I have reinforcements to deal with that anyway. That the Marines will not be able to save this siege tank. Unfortunately, they still have to protect those shooting down the Mothership core. Down goes that Nexus. Mercutio has had it, and he is gone. The cannon rush, well and truly defeated. So, folks, if you have been cannon rushed, and you are a Terran player, and you want to know how to survive, I hope you learned something from this episode of My Life in Silver League. I certainly learned that this is absolutely a viable strategy. The quick relocate, the counterattack, and suddenly, I even got a forward turret there. Life is good again for the Terran player. That's going to do it for this episode of My Life in Silver League. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. If you like what you've seen, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe on youtube.ca/steelswords, where I host all of these videos. Of course, you can also follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Rituro, where these episodes are recorded live, and you can reach out to me on Twitter at @ThatRituroGuy. Once again, my name is Rituro. Thank you so much for watching My Life in Silver League, everybody. We'll see you next time.